great.
Are you tired of everybody asking you about Facebook?
I say no, I promise you.
Making you the expert on Facebook?
I've actually only been asked about Facebook once because I was in a coffee shop and some guy hadn't seen the movie, but he saw a poster for the movie, knew it was about Facebook, and saw my face in it. And he works for BlackBerry and asked me if Facebook was still affiliated with BlackBerry. That was the only time I've ever been approached to and then he apologized, he was confused, but it still kind of raised the question why I would, if I was the real president of Facebook, have this meeting with this guy in a coffee shop. But otherwise, no one asked me. I'm a Luddite, and it becomes immediately apparent.
See, Facebook kind of scares me a little. I mean, I really like it, but it's very addictive. It's like crack.
Well, I don't know if it's exactly like crack, but maybe it shares some properties. This movie has kind of raised a lot of these questions about kind of how we use Facebook, how we use social networking. The movie, most interestingly, doesn't explicitly comment on that, but I think it was there, it was in the ether, and now the movie has kind of provided a vehicle for other people to talk about.
Did you learn anything in particular about social networking or anything more about Facebook being part of that particular movie?
Before I read the script, my impression of Facebook, which I had never been on, was that it was like a little silly and kind of for teens and a waste of time. And then when I started thinking about Facebook through my character, through Mark Zuckerberg who created it, I realized how wonderful it is, how it provided Mark with a kind of social life that he maybe wouldn't otherwise have had. And additionally, I started finding out about how people connect on it, how my mother found a friend from 40 years ago who she now is good friends with again, and how my sister created a charity event on Facebook and had thousands of people come to it because of the ubiquity of Facebook. So, so I kind of developed an affection for it that I hadn't otherwise had.
And you're still not on it, huh?
I'm still not on it, but I do interviews like this when I can't go home and say anything else about myself online.
Can I ask you who you're wearing, by the way? Because I am doing a story about fashion.
You mean my tuxedo? Yes. Yes.
Oh, Dolce & Gabbana.
Where does it say?
It says it right here on that one.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, it was made.
What do you think about when you dress for things like this? Do you overthink it or anything at all? Like I know a lot of women do.
I literally have no idea what I put on. Somebody hands it to me before I leave the house. I put it on, and then look forward to taking it off and wearing my boxer shorts. The last time I wore a suit was to a bat mitzvah in 1992, and this is it.
Now, I know you've talked about the potential of maybe meeting Mark someday.
Yes.
Is there a specific thing you maybe want to ask him or something that you'd want to learn about him that you don't already know?
I've thought about this a lot. I envision what that meeting will be like, and I just can't imagine that I would have any good question for him. I can't ask him about coding because I don't know anything about that. When I was younger, I wanted to meet Muggsy Bogues, this basketball player, and when I finally got a chance to meet him, I had thought about this for years, my entire childhood. And then when I finally got a chance to meet him, I went to a Nets game and I ran down to the court, say hello, and I just had nothing to say. It's like when Charlie Brown is going to say Happy Valentine's Day to Lucy, and when he finally arrives, he says Happy Valentine's or Merry Christmas. So that's the feeling I have, but I still want to meet him.
Jesse, I was just going to ask you one question. Do you check out any of your competition? Like, have you seen any of the other movies to see what you're up against? I was just curious.
I bring darts to. The truth is, I really don't go to the movies.
They're screeners, though.
I don't watch movies. I don't know why I have a very strange attention span. And also I'm very intimidated by them. So I'm in a very weird position where I'm meeting all these wonderful people who are so wonderful, and I have nothing to say, and it's embarrassing, frankly. And I really should get on it. The other thing is I'm traveling so much and doing stuff like this that I have not had a moment. The last movie I saw was this movie, and before that, a movie a year and a half ago. I just have a strange attention span. I don't own a television. I don't have a DVD player on my computer, so I have no way to view them.
Well, your movie's the best.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take a break. Thank you.